Yo, what up, Lakers fans? You're watching the Los Angeles Lakers Report by Chat Sports. I am Marshall Green. We got some trade rumors to talk that circle around LA as Bleacher Report put out an article of Lakers trade targets after the first week of 2023 NBA free agency. And we know a couple of the moves that the Lakers have made, like re-signing D'Angelo Russell, may have only been so they could use him as a trade chip when that December deadline comes around when you can move NBA free agents in a trade. So we're going to talk about some guys maybe the Lakers could make a move for. And I love this first name right here. Dorian Finney-Smith, the 3-and-D wing from the Brooklyn Nets, who really got his name popular and really popped off the scene in Dallas as he was their number one defender on the perimeter. And he was honestly a knockdown shooter for 3 straight seasons playing alongside Luka Doncic. Not a guy that's going to light up the scoreboard when it comes to points per night, but man, he's going to limit the other team's best offensive player on the perimeter when it comes to them lighting up the scoreboard on points per night. He is one of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA. He's got prototypical size, prototypical length. He's stronger than a lot of people think. He's got good, quick feet. But when you talk about the offensive end, he is a guy, when he gets open looks on the perimeter, he is going to knock it down. 3 straight seasons in Dallas of over 37.6% from 3 on solid usage as well. 4 or 5 attempts from downtown. Wasn't able to knock down the 3 this past year all that well for Dallas and the Nets. He actually struggled more so with the Nets than he did with the Mavs this past year. Shout out to Luka getting him open looks in the half court. But playing alongside a guy like LeBron James, you're going to be getting those same shots you got in Dallas in LA. And I would love Dorian Finney-Smith in Hollywood. They need another guy that could just be a hound dog on the perimeter and play excellent defense and lock up the opposing team's number one threat on the perimeter. He could be your point of attack defender. He could chase people around on the perimeter. He can guard 1 through 4, and he could probably guard some 5s in this league. He's a special player on defense, and I think the Lakers could use a little bit more grit and grind and defensive intensity. The trade is a little bit, Bleacher Report trade idea was a little bit intriguing, though. I'll say that much, because if you watch the program, you know I'm a big fan of Rui Hachimura. I thought it was a steal of a deal when they landed him from Washington back prior to the NBA trade deadline, and I was thoroughly impressed. Every single time I watched him, I thought he got better. I think Rui has a playoff game to where he can knock down, catch, and shoot threes. He can put the ball on the deck one time when he gets ran off the line and rise from the mid-range game. He's a solid defender. I mean, they put him on Jokic at some points in the Western Conference Finals, and he actually did a decent job. There was thoughts, remember, that they were going to start him and guard Jokic. I don't know if I would do the younger playing Rui and a 2029 first-round pick, but I wouldn't hate it if it happened. I'll let you grade the trade, though. What do you think? If this deal went down, where Dorian Finney-Smith goes from Brooklyn to LA, and Rui in a future first go from Brooklyn to LA to Brooklyn, and you got the push notice that it went down, well, how would you feel? How would you grade the trade? Do it for me in the comment section right now. A, B, C, D, or F. This will be a pinned comment on today's show. So let me know when you get hit with that YouTube ad break. And remember, guys, if you just want to talk more NBA hoops or whatever it may be, or you want to ask about the Widow's Peak, you can hit me up over on Twitter at @MarshallGreen_. I want to connect with more Los Angeles Lakers Report real ones out there. So if you want to do so, hit me up on Twitter or just subscribe to the channel. If you don't care about my Twitter, you don't want to talk to me any more than you have to see me in these videos, that's fine. But at least support the show and support the program. If you want Lakers videos every single day on the latest Lakers news, latest Lakers rumors, latest Lakers moves, maybe we'll have a Summer League's winners and losers video coming out in a couple of days. If you want Lakers content for free every day on YouTube, hit that sub button right now. What about the idea of bringing in a guy that I know Los Angeles Lakers fans love in Buddy Hield? It seems like every time we talk about Buddy Hield on this channel, the comment section wants him very bad. And it dates all the way back to when they traded for Russell Westbrook over Buddy Hield a couple of summers ago. Look, the Lakers could use another outside shooter and a guy that can get hot from downtown. And that is why Buddy Hield is in the NBA, because he can light it up from deep better than almost everybody in this league. I mean, the fact that the kid shot 42.5% from deep this past year is incredible. He does it on great volume, and he's really been an excellent three-point shooter ever since he came into the NBA. 36.6% from deep in 2021, 39% the year before that, 39% the year before that. But he's also a decent playmaker, and he's also going to get you buckets beyond just the three-point line, averaging more than 15.5 points per game in each of the last 4 seasons. He's been a trade target for quite some time for the Lakers. When I think of Buddy Hield, I think of the Lakers, I think of the mistake that they made when they tried to go superstar hunting for Russell Westbrook when they could have just made a trade for Buddy Hield. I still think the Lakers would have been a much better team with Hield on this roster because I think with a guy like LeBron and Anthony Davis, so much of a defensive coordinators or defensive game plan for these other teams is to focus on those two guys. Don't let LeBron beat you. Don't let Anthony Davis beat you. And how do they stop that? With double teams. And when double teams happen, you get open looks from deep. And I'll tell you this much. Buddy Hield playing next to LeBron, he'd be knocking threes down from the bay in the crib. It would be open look after open look, and he would be wet all night long for the Lakers, no doubt about it. Would you trade for Buddy Hield, though? I want to hear from you guys down in the comment section. We appreciate your responses. We thrive off audience engagement. I'll be looking at the comment section once this video goes out. So let me know, would you trade for Buddy Hield? Type T for trade, type P for pass. We got a couple more trade targets to talk about in today's show. But if you are a real one, get a frickin' real one shirt. The purple one is sweet. The black one is fresh. You got a couple different colors that you could choose from as well. Just go to this link right here, chatsports.com/real1. That's chatsports.com/real1. It'll be clickable down in the comments and description of this video. Last trade target we're going to talk about in today's show is a fellow Clutch Sports client. What about Zach LaVine? Could they bring him from the Windy City to the West Coast? I think Zach LaVine, we've talked about him a couple of times, would fit really well in this offense. The Lakers could use another ball handler on the perimeter that not just you could run your offense through, but have your offense ran through him. And what do I mean by that is the guy has averaged north of 4 assists in the last 4 seasons, so he's someone that could be a secondary ball handler next to LeBron James. LeBron James comes out of the game, he could be the guy that is getting you into your sets, that's getting Anthony Davis the looks he needs, that's running a pick and roll or a pick and pop with Rui Hachimura. He is someone that you could be an igniter for your offense. He's one of the most underrated players in the NBA, in my opinion. He's pretty much a 45, 40, 85 guy, almost a 50, 40, 90 guy. People always talk about how Zach LaVine is always injured. Well, he's played more than 85% of his games in the last 5 seasons. So if anyone tells you that, tell him Big Ol' Marshy says they are full of BS. Another thing that I love about Zach LaVine is it's so much just deeper than the box score. Like what he does on the offensive end, he's such an efficient player. He can play next to superstars. Go back to the Olympics. People say he doesn't play defense. He was picking up 90 feet in the Olympics and was the Team USA's #1 perimeter defender. He could play next to LeBron. 41.6% on catch and shoot threes. He can also create his own shot from deep, 34.2% on pull-up threes. When he attacks the basket and puts his head down, we know this dude's got bunnies and he can finish with either hand, and he did so at almost a 63% clip. And when you talk about players that averaged more than 18 points per game this past year, and you add up all these 3 stats, he was number 9 in the NBA. So he's one of the top 10 most efficient scorers in the NBA that averaged more than 18 points per game at that wing spot. He's not someone that you're going to get on the cheap, though, especially on the contract. But at the end of the day, this is just what the going rate is for a star in the NBA, and that is what Zach LaVine is. $37 million for Zach LaVine, or would you rather pay Dylan Brooks $25 million per year? Bruce Brown's making $23 million per year. He can't even do half the things that Zach LaVine can do on the basketball court. Just compare it to the Fred VanVleet deal. If you're making less than Fred VanVleet and you're a better player than him, it's probably a good contract. I'll ask you this question, though, to close out this show. I want you guys to turn on the Xbox or the PS5 and put 2K in. And let me know, how would you rate Zach LaVine as a player? Scale it from 1 to 100. 1 being you're the worst player in the world, 100 being you're the best player in the world. Grade LaVine on a 2K scale. Any trade the Lakers make at this point is a bonus. And I do believe from now, bold prediction here, from now till the NBA trade deadline, the Lakers will make at least 1 trade. They know a.k.a. they being Rob Pelinka, that now is the time. How many more years are you going to have LeBron James where he can either be the best or the second best player on a team that can hoist the Larry O.B.? Adding one of these three guys would definitely get you closer to that goal. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, subscribe to the channel. Los Angeles Lakers Report by Chat Sports, content every day on your Lakers. So subscribe and turn your notifications on.